Today, on Be Something Wonderful, words can change your life instantly. Here's how. I am your host, Tom Kearin, and this is the Be Something Wonderful studio of higher consciousness, where we help you level up and become the best version of yourself. Creators, good morning and welcome back to the studios of Be Something Wonderful. Here we are in the Dutch Caribbean in the beautiful island of Bonaire with another powerful video for you today. One of you had a few comments on the video that we just released yesterday on the process that can transform your life right today. So this whole idea of words and processes transforming your life, and this cat owner, that her cat was miraculously healed, and we talked about her process in that video. Then we released another video yesterday morning about a specific person, about someone manifesting this specific person. Also, a miraculous shift in realities. Today I want to talk about some of those comments and really unpack this idea of the three magic words. There was a book written, right, with one of the early spiritual teachers, U.S. Anderson, called Three Magic Words, right? And those three magic words, at least he was referring to, is you are God. But the three magic words, when I talk about them, the three miracle words when I talk about them, is I am God, right? Your I am awareness. Well, we're going to talk about this today like we never have before. Remember, you don't cure or heal anybody or anything, including your past, right? Kind of digging up things to try to heal it and try to cure things. You shift to the reality or version of you or others, or your horizontal linear past, a new version, that's cured, that's healed, that's fulfilled, that's complete. You're not fixing anybody or anything, including yourself, including your past, or any circumstance. It really is simple and amazing. I think this comment, they said, well, Tom, I've got to disagree. It's not a simple process. I know I struggled with it. Well, remember, that's your experience. That's just your view of reality. So you can disagree, but it's not your reality, it's mine. And I say it's simple because you were making a distinction that it's not simple, it's amazing. But those aren't mutually exclusive. It's simply amazing. It's simple and amazing. Because you're shifting and manifesting in every moment. So yes, it's simple and it's amazing. We can make it difficult, we can struggle, we can say we don't understand it, but that's our own creation of our own reality, right? You're shifting and manifesting your reality and version of you, your self-concept, in every now moment, in every moment of this eternal now, right? And that identity and version includes versions of others, the whole world, right? In the 3D world, your physical experience that corresponds with, resonates with, and has the vibration and frequency of who and what you're conscious of being. It's your essence, your self-concept, these mosquitoes, your self-concept. It's your essence that determines it all. Do you see it? That's what they mean by self-concept. Remember, you're a unique, personalized, focused point of God consciousness. Not just a mere aspect of God, but all of it. All power, all knowing. That's you, but you have a unique vibration, a unique signature, a unique essence as that I am awareness. And so as you focus within on that, your world changes. Everything and everybody. Right? You create the versions of your world and them. That healed version, that fulfilled version. You're not curing anyone, you're not healing anyone. You're moving the reality where you're seeing the versions of them that are healed, that are fulfilled, and vice versa. Right? You could be seeing you could be seeing a healthy reality and then move to a version where they're not. It's you, it's all you. I want to talk about this idea like we never have before. And I think in this comment you said many of us have cured people dying or ourselves dying. Well, again, this is your viewpoint of reality. This is your creation. This is your perspective. It's not wrong. It's your truth. But remember, you're not really curing anybody. You're not really curing yourselves or others from dying or any other illness. But you certainly can create that experience because it's your reality. It's your truth. you create what you want. But what's really happening is you're shifting realities or timelines or scripts or parallel alternative realities where they are vibrant, alive, healed, whole, complete, and fulfilled, including you or your body or others. Like that cat that we talked about in that video. Right? You create that experience. Right? If you say it's difficult, then it's difficult. If you say it's a big deal, it's a big deal. If you say it's amazing, it's amazing. If you say it's simple, it's simple. If you say it's ordinary, it's ordinary. You create that experience. You can either see everything as a miracle, something as a miracle, or some things as miracles that requires some mysterious unknown element, or you can see everything as a miracle. Hear it again. You can see nothing as a miracle, right? You can see nothing. You can see certain circumstances as miracles, or you can see everything as a miracle, right? But when we think it's some mysterious unknown element that's outside of us, then we think, wow, that's amazing. I wonder what's happening. But it's you, and that's what the purpose of that video where her cat, he was healed, right? She said, I now know myself as co-creator of reality. In other words, co-creating with her higher self, with that broader perspective that's within her. That's powerful. So you can see it any way you want. But the miracle behind all of these miraculous stories is two words: I am. I am, with the knowing of the three magic or miraculous words, I am God, right? Or as U.S. Anderson said, you are God. But it's I am God, those two words, I am God. You can't know someone else's experience, only your own viewpoint or vantage point or perspective of the world. So you can disagree, but it makes no sense because you create your own reality. You're just creating a reality where you're creating disagreement and confusion, or where there's some miracles and sometimes not miracles. You get to create it all, right? That's your experience of reality, right? You can either see nothing as a miracle, only some things as a miracle that come out of the blue from some higher power, or you can see everything as a miracle, this whole experience. That's powerful. So, U.S. Anderson, three magic words, you are God. Well, really, I am God, right? It's the same thing. Right? But I am is that awareness, is that source. There is no other. There's no other source. There's no other all that isness. There's no other reality. You're the one infinitely powerful creative substance through which and out of which, or out of whom, all things were made. And, right? All things were made through him, I am. And without him, or I am, nothing was made that was made, coming from Scripture here. And remember also in NASB, this is John 1:3. In NASB it says all things came into being through him, and without him, nothing came into being that came into being. The same idea. It's the beingness. It comes from that substance, and you are that substance. It comes from you. You're making reality from within yourself, from within that substance of I am awareness. Right? In terms of the healed cat, hear this. She understood that she wasn't healing the cat. Rather, she was healing or making whole her perception of him, of the cat. She understood that I wasn't healing the cat. She was healing her own perception, seeing through the fulfillment of that perception of I am awareness. That's pretty cool, right? The healthy, vibrant, very much alive cat that had that healthy appetite right after. She did this by shifting her awareness or her self-concept to that greater reality, knowing that what she wants, her cat wants, right? That she can have what she wants, that what she wants, God wants. Some of you said, oh, God doesn't want anything and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, we know that, guys. We know that all that isness doesn't need or want anything. But it does want to know itself as consciousness, as awareness. So God always wants what you want because you're not separate from God. So of course God, as an expression through you, there's a desire to know itself, but that's through you, right? All that isness is all that isness. It needs nothing. But how do you know you're all that isness? By experiencing yourself, by knowing yourself experientially, as that one source, as that one God. That's what we mean by that. Right? So in both back-to-back videos, transform your life today with this powerful technique. And are you still struggling to manifest a specific person? Do this. These two videos that were released over the last 2 days, the healed cat and the specific person wanting to be more than just friends with benefits. Where previously this guy just wanted to be friends with benefits. She moved to the reality where of course he wanted to be more than that. Of course, right? We present two distinct, in these videos, and I'm linking them below. They're the first two videos linked in the description so you can watch them. We present two distinct step-by-step processes to manifest and shift realities. But all of those processes are based on that I am awareness, that core substance or key substance of that one source that you are. In all cases of miraculous shifts or manifestations, they come from and are made of that one creative substance or supply that is you, your I am awareness. Just say the word. What are the three words? I am God. I am are the two words. I am God, the three words, right? But knowingness is the great equalizer. Now, this is what Bashar says. So this is what I want to point out. Bashar really presented this idea in a very eloquent way. And this is what he says. But knowing or knowingness is the great equalizer. In other words, everything is equal. Nothing is more important or less important. It's all source. It's all that is. It will supersede every other state immediately. Doesn't matter what the circumstances or conditions are. If it's an illness or unwanted circumstances or anything, it supersedes all of it. When you allow yourself to simply remember, wow. Remember what? Remember I am. That's what he's saying. But knowing or knowingness is the great equalizer. That knowingness is source. That's what source is after all. It's that pure knowingness, that pure awareness. It will supersede every other state immediately. It's love that supersedes it. That's what that knowingness is, that awareness. It's the knowingness of love, right? Ultimate, unconditional love. When you allow yourself to simply remember, it's a remembrance. Remember, we're in this 3D physical experience to know ourselves as that source, to remember ourselves as that one source, and create the variety, the infinite variety of experiences that we're having. This is big. This is Bashar. So again, but knowing and knowingness is the great equalizer. It will supersede every other state or condition or circumstance. Immediately, instantly. When you allow yourself to simply remember, I am. To remember what? To remember I am. Powerful. It's a remembrance. It's interesting. It's pointing to this idea that I've pointed out in other videos of John 8:58, where Jesus says, before Abraham, I am. Before anything, before any thought, any feeling, any image, any perception, any sensation, I am. Before any circumstance, before any thought, belief, assumption, appearance, physically focused, manifested experience of reality, I am. And he says here, Bashar continues, and that you recognize in that state, there is no question about that. All other questions in that moment will dissolve. That there's no other question that you exist as all that is when you declare those words. It dissolves all other questions, all other circumstances, all other possibilities, because it is all possibilities. It's before everything. It's interesting. He's pointing to some of the processes that we talked about in the recognition and the unification with your power. He goes right here. He says, you will go back to zero. Go back to zero. He's pointing to the void state that one of you asked about, the 0 point state, as some of the scientists call it. That's I am. You go back to now. Zero is now. In other words, it's the now moment. It's the only moment it is. That's the void state. That's the 0 point. It's the simultaneity of all that is. That's what he's talking about. You'll go back to now. You'll go back to here. You'll go back to here and now. As God called to Moses, 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 and Moses answered, here I am. Here and now I am. Right? Wow, that's powerful. From there, look at any situation. This is Bashar continuing. You are experiencing before. Look at any situation that you were experiencing before. You will begin to see it differently. It will change your perspective. In other words, your perspective changes from that I am awareness, from that knowingness. And you see it differently. It's the ultimate state of knowingness that allows you to see through the appearances or the illusions, to see clearly and to be more aware of who you are. Remember, illusion simply means things are not what they appear to be. There's more to it. Doesn't mean they're not real. Doesn't mean they're not reality. It means it's an expression of ultimate reality, of that God that you are, of that all that isness. The recognition and unification is I am God, right? This process. You go back to zero, I am, where all things are possible, right? Totally unlimited. Bashar gives us the process, basically, to overcome or see through the illusion, through the appearances, that things are not what they seem to be, of the unwanted circumstances. So anytime, he says this, so anytime you feel fear, doubt, confused, stress, struggling, striving, at odds, or sad, remember I am. Remember. Do you remember, and we talked about this, that idea from the movie Solaris, that whenever you're not remembering reality as you would like it to be, whenever you're not remembering reality as you would have liked it to be, past, present, and future, you're remembering it wrong. Because I am's complete, whole, fulfilled, healed. Just the ultimate reality, the ultimate you, your ultimate ideal. Right? Remember I am, and from that state, look again, he says. Look again. In other words, he's referring to John, in John 21:6. Cast your net one more time. Remember when Jesus was with Simon and they were fishing. Him and the other future disciples were fishing. And Jesus said, cast your net on the right side. In other words, cast your net again. One more time. Peter was saying, I'm tired. I'm just exhausted. Simon Peter, or Simon at that time. I'm just exhausted. We've been fishing all night. There's nothing there. Cast your net one more time on the right side. Right? I am. Just say the word and my servant will be healed, from Matthew 8:8, the centurion's servant. And it says in Matthew 8:8 and 8:9 and 8:10, and the servant was healed in that very moment. In that same moment, just say the word, I am, and the servant will be healed. From that, and this is what Bashar says, very interesting his use of words here. From an attached and detached point of view, attached meaning from your 3D focused you, physically focused you, and from your higher self, that I am awareness, view and understand the illusion that was there, that is no longer there. Wow. See that the illusion there, that really is no longer there. Even if you're seeing it, it's not there. You have a greater awareness now. I love this. From an attached, detached point of view, and understand the illusion that was there, that is no longer there. Wow. Wow. He says here, now you see, oh no, this is, this is a great verse from Scripture that I don't think I've used many times. I might have pointed to it once or twice in earlier videos, but this summarizes everything we're talking about in these last two videos. You see that even me, the 3D focused me, the physically focused me in this time and space, am that I am awareness, that greater reality. And there is no other God besides me. Wow. I kill and I make alive. I create circumstances that I might see as unwanted and wanted and desired. Right? I wound and I heal. Nor is there any who can deliver from my hand. In other words, you create your own reality, and others create theirs. Nor is there anyone who can go in and create for me, or go in and create in my reality, or can deliver from my hand, or can I am, I and I only see reality the way I want to see it. I create my version of events, my version of the world, and therefore the versions of others. I create other versions of those other points of consciousness to interact with, to participate as part of my physical 3D focused experience. Whew. That's powerful. It's about healing your own perception, right? You're not healing anyone. That's why those words can change your life instantly. I am God. We've talked about it in many different ways, but with this video and the last two, wow, we really we really are presenting here a blueprint or a masterclass to manifest anything, to heal anything. Wow. I am your host, Tom Kearin, and this is the Be Something Wonderful studio of higher consciousness, where we help you level up and become the best version of yourself. Creators, thank you. Thank you for being with me. Thank you for liking and sharing and commenting on the videos. Thank you for being part of our Facebook group, the ambassadors at facebook.com/groups/Be Something Wonderful, for joining us on Instagram and Twitter at Tom Kearin, TikTok at Be Something Wonderful, or anywhere on social media at Tom Kearin or Be Something Wonderful, and for being part of our membership channel. Right? The next Sunday, or the Sunday coming, we're going to have a live stream, a next live event. That's within 2 weeks of our last live stream. This is all exclusively on the membership channel. Send your questions to info@besomethingwonderful.com, and also I will really answer a lot of questions live on the chat. That's this coming Sunday, believe it or not, or Saturday, sorry, not because we usually have it on Sunday. I keep saying Sunday. It's actually on Saturday this time. It's on November 16th, Saturday morning at 9 a.m. It's on the community board. You should be getting a notification if you're a member. At 9 a.m. in the morning, Pacific time in the USA, I'll be coming to you live. The next day, we're off traveling again. That's why we're having it on Saturday. Going to be in Medellin, in Colombia. Stay tuned. We're going to have some big videos and a lot of content coming from Colombia. Creators, with great love, with great light and infinite gratitude, this is Tom Kearin here in the studios of Be Something Wonderful. Until next time, we'll see you soon.